Hey guys, it's Paige at Comfort Books, and I'm back to do another book haul. I'm trying to do them like every week so that, sorry, my phone's like going off. I'm trying to do them every week so that it doesn't build up as much like this, but I failed because I have a lot of books to show you. So let's get into that. I'm not going to tell you what they're all about because some of them I'm not quite sure yet, and some of them, and I have so much, so I'm not going to go through what they all are. I'm just going to show you and tell you probably how I got them, and that's about it. So I haven't put them into categories of how I got them, so I'm just going to show you them randomly, and that's just how this is going to work. So this first one I bought, and it's the one I'm currently reading, and that's Nexis by A.L. Davroe. And I met the author. She was signing them at my work, so while I was on break, or actually I don't even think I bought it on break, I was still on the clock. I went over and I was like, can you sign me copies? And so I got her first and second book. The second one is over there somewhere. I don't really feel like going to find it right now, so I'm going to show you in my second book haul, but this is the first one, so definitely check this one out because it's really good. The next book I'm going to show you is something that my coworkers have been raving about. They've been like, you need to read it. You always recommend me books and I read them and love them. Now it's my turn. You need to read this, blah, blah, blah. So I finally got to both of the books that they're raving about. The other one I'll show you in a little bit, but this one is the most, one that they're raving about, and that's A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Now, this was hyped a long time ago when it came out. Like, you can see that it's in paperback now, so that means it's been out a while. And I really like the cover. It's really pretty, and I'm glad it's one of those paperbacks that kept the cover of the hardcover, because that doesn't happen often. But I'm excited to get into this. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to read it. I'm a little nervous, though, because this book and her other book, this is not my alley. This is not my type of books. I don't usually read fantasy and adventure. But I kind of want to get into it this summer. My boyfriend brought up a good point and said you need to start reading out of your comfort zone. Like, it's summer. Like, be free. And I want to start reading horror. I want to start reading Stephen King. I want to start reading fantasy adventure. The difference between that, though, is that I love horror. I love Stephen King. I don't know if I love this kind of book. So this is going to be an adventure, honestly. Let me know if these aren't your alley, but you loved these. Like, let me know, because I need some support. Alright, next up, I'll show you the next three books that are kind of in that same category. The next one is The Rose Society by Marie Lu. I bought it at the used bookstore. No, I bought it at Bull Moose. And this one I'm not as worried about because I read this is the second book in a series. I read the first book, which is Young Elites, and I loved it. I was as nervous for the Young Elites as I was for this one, but I just winged it and I read it almost in a day, maybe two, and I loved it. It was great. I was like, holy crap, I never realized that I like this kind of stuff. So this is the second book in that series in paperback now. I wanted it to match my Young Elites, which I also have in paperback, but the ending of the Young Elites I was so mad about that I honestly don't even know where I put the Young Elites. I might have thrown it. Like, last time I saw it was about a year ago, probably, but whatever. So this is the second book, and I'm hoping it's good. Like, the ending of the Young Elites, sorry, I'm getting off on a tangent, but the ending of the Young Elites seemed to me to not warrant two more books, but it did. It has this book and it has The Midnight Star after. So I don't know. Let me know if you've read this series. I haven't read her Legend series, but I do have all of them, so I do plan to read them eventually, but this one caught my eye, and I knew that I had already read The Young Elites, so I wanted it. So the next book that's in that kind of category that I'm really nervous about, this one more so, I can't even talk. This one I'm more nervous about than any of these that I've been talking about, and that's Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This one I'm more nervous about because this is definitely, like, stuff that I don't read, and I'm, like, reading the back, it kind of scares me, but listening to other people talk about what they think the book is about and how they enjoyed it, it makes me go, oh, that sounds like it might be good, so that's just how I am. So this looks really great, and I'm hoping it turns out to be great. Hang on, guys, sorry, I logged myself out. I didn't mean to while I'm on the video. There we go, back. I couldn't see myself. I was like, ah. Alright, so the next few books are books that I got in the mail. One of them I think I'm missing, but that's okay. I'll show you later another book haul. So the first one is Clicked by Tamara Ireland Stone. She wrote, I don't remember what it's called, but I have 2 copies of it. So if you want a copy of that, let me know. Even though I don't know what it's called, I don't remember. Actually, you might tell me, right? No, I have no idea. But this is a middle grade author. She usually writes teen, or at least that's what her other books were. She sent me a little business card. That's so good. So this is from Penguin Random House. I'm horrible at editing my videos, so if this is gonna be raw, like I'm trying to learn how to edit, but I'm failing. So this is gonna be raw, uncut, just so you know. Which I like watching raw uncut videos. Some of them are kind of annoying, but most of them, like, it's your true words and your true personality. Like, why would you want to edit that up? At the same time, I completely understand why editing is a thing, but I have not learned how to do it yet. So if you guys have any articles or videos on good practices of editing, link them for me so I can learn. Anyways, Clicked by Tamara Ireland Stone. I was sent this by Penguin Random House, and this is her new middle grade that comes out in September, so I have a little bit of time. And again, I'm not going to go through what it's about because I don't have a lot of time. Or I do have a lot of time, but I have a lot of books. So, that's that. Next up is another review book that I got, and that is The Best Kind of Magic by Crystal Cestari. I don't know. That's what that. I like the cover, and I'm not sure. It gives me the middle grade feel because of the font and stuff, but when I was at work yesterday, I saw this in the teen section, so I guess it's considered teen. I don't know. I got this from, I think I might have won this. No, Disney. I got it from Disney Hyperion, and they emailed me, so that's why. Okay, my Band-Aid is just coming off. Sorry, guys. I'm a mess today. I'm a mess, but I don't want to restart this. So this comes out in May. Oh, this is already out then. Oh yeah, I just said I saw it. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Yeah, so this is already out. But it's weird because I got this after it was out in the mail. Like, I just got this a few days ago, so I don't know why. Maybe they just had a bunch of arcs left and they wanted to get rid of them. But yeah, that's this one. Whoops, I'm throwing stuff. The next book I bought at the Dollar General. They just built a Dollar General next to my grandmother's house, and I had never been there before, so I tried to explore, and there was a huge book selection. Now, my Dollar Tree has a book section too, but it's not nearly as, like, popular books. These books at the Dollar General were all, like, former bestsellers that are, like, have you ever been to the bargain section at Barnes & Noble? How those are all, like, former bestsellers? That's what this section was at Dollar General, and I was in love. So I picked up The Octorber List by Jeffery Deaver because I've heard that this is fantastic, and I think this is a movie too. But it's just something that I'd never read before, and I've never read anything by him. So I saw this. There was a couple other ones, but I saw this one, and this one was the one that I had heard of before. So this is the one that I picked up. So yeah, that is that. And now we're gonna get into the books that my boyfriend spoiled me with for my birthday. My birthday is June 17th, so it's like 2 weeks away. I'm turning 21, but he spoiled me rotten last night. So. Because he gets paid every 2 weeks, so the next time he gets paid, it will be on my birthday. So he wanted to spoil me before my birthday in case anything weird happened. So the first thing I'm going to show you is not a book. It's the Friday the 13th 4-disc set, and it's got, I want to say it's got the first 4. Yeah, the first original 4 movies, because I think there's other movies after that, but it sounds like the video's loose in here. Yeah, but this is the original 4, which, if you guys don't know me, this entire shelf, except for over here, because those are his video games, is all horror movies and horror TV shows and stuff like that. It's all, like, I'm a horror fanatic. Love horror books, but horror movies. I don't read as many horror books. I would like to try. Like, I bought It for myself, and I would like to try to, like, get into that stuff. And I like to say that I'm into it, even though I don't read them that often, but this is where it's at. This is I love it. I love horror movies, TV shows, like, everything that there is. I love it. So that's going in my collection. I mean, it's not really a collection. I mean, it is, because I open them and watch them, but it's not like a mint condition collection, just so you know. But anyways, okay, so let me just show you this huge bag. Everything is from Barnes & Noble because, conveniently, my discount was 40% off this week because it was Employee Appreciation Week. So he decided that was also a reason as to why he bought my books early, because it was really discounted. So I'm going to get to it. So these are all books that I've been wanting to buy for a long time, but I could never justify buying them for myself. So I'm going to show you. Most of them are adult. I think a few of them are teen, but I'm not sure. So the first one is In a Dark, Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. This is something that has been extremely popular at work, and it just looks spooky, and I really wanted to read it, so I finally got it. And then the other one is The Woman in Cabin 10, which is also by Ruth Ware. These two books have been so popular since they came out. They've been on the bestsellers, they've been on promotions, they've been on everywhere that you could think other than being in the section at work. And so I just had to get them because this is right up my alley. I'm so excited. I'm probably going to read these like next. I mean, other than the review books I have, these are going to be read next. I'm so excited. Alright, so next up is The Perfect Stranger by Megan Miranda. If you saw my last book haul, you saw that I got All the Missing Girls, and I'm not sure. I think this is just a novel. I don't think this is a series. So I think I can actually read this right away. I told my boyfriend last night that I wasn't going to be able to read this because I think it's a series, but it says just a novel. So I really don't think I need to worry. I can read this whenever I want. So I'm pretty excited about that. I just realized. But I've read almost all of Megan Miranda's teen books, and so if these are anything like her teen books, I'm gonna love her because I love her. And I love her covers. They're girly and they're cute, even though they're adults. So I really like all of her covered books. You should check Megan Miranda out because she's pretty good. Alright, next up is Gerald's Game by Stephen King. Like I said, I've been trying to build up my I've been trying to build up my Stephen King collection, and I want to read stuff, so I asked one of my coworkers what his favorite Stephen King book was, and he picked this one, so that's the one I got. I couldn't tell you what it's about, but the cover's interesting. It almost looks like a UK copy of this because of how the paperback is formed, but I'll take it. It looks interesting. So there is that one. And the next one is There's More to Life Than This by Theresa Caputo. This might seem cheesy, but I love Long Island Medium. But not just that. I love, like, medium shows. I love ghosts. I'm, like, totally into all that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. I'm a believer. A lot of people that watch her, or not even watch her, just have seen her, are skeptics. And so they're like, why would you read that? Blah, blah, blah. But, like, I'm really interested in this kind of stuff. And I just want to see what she has to say. So this is her original book. I think she has 2 more out right now. But I wanted to just start with this one and see what this was all about. So this is the first one that I got. And there will definitely probably be more of these types of books in the section because I was like rooting around in the new age / horror haunting section and I found like all the Ed and Lorraine Warren books that I wanted to read, even though there's been some backlash about them too, and I'm not sure if I should believe it or not, but I've been hearing some things. Alright, so then the last 2 books are books that are, so horror books and movies are my like second favorite. I have another favorite, and that's wrestling. Ever since I was a little girl, I've been into like wrestling, WWE wrestling. Even though I know it's fake, it's entertaining. So that's ever since I was a little girl. And so I've always collected action figures. If you could see around my room, maybe one day I'll do a vlog so you can see around my room when it's clean, because right now it's trashed. All I have is posters of like wrestlers, mostly John Cena, because he was my favorite when I was little, and he still is. But mostly John Cena. I have a bunch of in the box, like never touched action figures. So I have like John Cena, Mick Foley, Matt Hardy, all kinds of stuff. I have, behind all of this, I have a huge shelf of all wrestling DVDs. So that's that. And I have a whole shelf of wrestling books. So that's what these are. What I mean by books is that when wrestlers write their biographies or like special books coming from the WWE, that kind of stuff, that's what I like to have. So, as collectibles and to read. So, one of these is a biography and one of these is kind of like a history of this. So, I'll show you. So, the first one is Crazy is My Superpower. And this is by AJ Mendez Brooks. And that, if you don't know her, in wrestling, she's AJ Lee. She's not a wrestler anymore, but she was pretty popular when she was, and she had a lot of storylines, and she did pretty good for the little time that she was in WWE. So I saw her book and I was like, wow, I need to have that. So I got that. And it's interesting because not many diva superstars or divas have written books. Okay, so this is honestly, I could be wrong, I'm not sure, so correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first book that I've ever seen by a diva, written by a diva. So I had to snatch it. I was like, I need that. And then also, the next book is kind of similar. It's called Sisterhood of the Sisterhood of the Squared Circle, The History and Rise of Women's Wrestling, which is by Pat Laprade and Dan Murphy. This is something that I've never seen before. I also think this is brand new. I've never seen one book that just accounts the entire history of women's wrestling. And it's a very small, it started off being a very small connection of women, and it's very big now. It's huger, I think, now than it ever has been before, and it's really interesting to me to read into this and see like how it started and where it is now. I mean, I would never want to be a wrestler. I used to want to be when I was a little girl, but I would never want to be now. But I'm just so interested in understanding and seeing where they all came from and these women. So I'm excited about that too. I've never seen anything like this, so I'm really excited. So that was the last book, and that is everything I received in the last couple of weeks and for my birthday. Even though my birthday hasn't happened yet, I might do another for myself birthday book haul. I don't know, but yeah, that is all I got. Thank you guys for watching. As always, leave links below to your book hauls. Tell me if you liked any of these. Tell me if you're interested. Tell me if you didn't like any of these. Let me know below. Just don't be mean. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!